Imagine waking up one day and discovering that something you believed about your own life may not be true. The people you trusted the most, the relationships you built, and the memories you valued could suddenly feel uncertain. This kind of emotional shock is at the center of a highly publicized legal dispute involving former NBA player Doug Christie. Doug Christie has always been recognized by many fans for his strong personality, dedication, and commitment to his family. Throughout his basketball career and public life, he built a reputation as someone who valued honesty, loyalty, and responsibility. However, he is now facing a deeply personal situation that has placed his private life under intense public attention. The controversy involves a reported $4.6 million lawsuit connected to claims about paternity. The case has attracted widespread attention because it involves people close to Doug, including his wife Jackie Christie and former NBA player Chris Webber. What began as a private family matter has now developed into a legal dispute that has created major discussions online and in the media. According to Doug's claims, the lawsuit is about more than money. He says it is about finding the truth and addressing what he believes was a serious personal betrayal. The allegations involve questions about information he was given regarding a child's paternity and whether certain actions were taken to hide important facts. However, these claims remain part of a legal process, and the final outcome will depend on evidence presented in court. For years, Doug reportedly had questions and concerns about certain details surrounding the situation. Like many people dealing with personal doubts, he chose to trust the people around him rather than immediately assume something was wrong. He relied on his relationships and believed that the people closest to him were being honest. Over time, however, those concerns reportedly became stronger. According to the lawsuit, Doug decided to seek answers through his own investigation. The process allegedly included new DNA testing, which he claims produced results that challenged what he had previously believed. The information was described as a major turning point that led him to take legal action. After filing the lawsuit, the matter became public. Court documents brought attention to the disagreement and created a wave of reactions from fans, media outlets, and online communities. A situation that was once private suddenly became a public conversation involving family, trust, reputation, and legal questions. Jackie Christie and Chris Webber have denied the allegations connected to them. Their side has argued that Doug's claims are inaccurate and without a proper foundation. They have questioned the information presented and have suggested that the situation has been misunderstood. Their representatives have defended their positions and stated that they intend to respond through the appropriate legal channels. As the case continues, questions remain about the evidence, the timeline of events, and the people involved. Some reports have also raised questions about whether other individuals may have played a role behind the scenes. However, until more information is officially confirmed, these details remain part of ongoing discussion and speculation. If the allegations presented in the lawsuit are proven in court, the consequences could be significant. The case could influence how future disputes involving family relationships, privacy, and legal claims are handled. It may also highlight the importance of accurate information, proper testing procedures, and strong protections against possible mistakes or manipulation. Beyond the legal issues, the emotional impact of the situation appears to be enormous. A dispute involving family and trust can create deep personal pain for everyone involved. Doug has spoken through his legal actions about his desire for answers and accountability, while those accused have worked to defend their names and protect their reputations. For Jackie Christie, the public attention has created additional pressure. Being involved in a highly discussed legal matter can affect personal relationships, public image, and emotional well-being. Reports have suggested that she may consider taking legal steps of her own, depending on how the situation develops. Chris Webber has remained mostly quiet publicly, with his representatives rejecting the claims and maintaining that the allegations do not accurately describe the situation. His approach has been focused on handling the matter through legal representation rather than through public arguments. The public reaction has been divided. Some people support Doug and believe he deserves the opportunity to seek answers. Others feel that private family matters should be handled away from public attention. Social media platforms and online discussions have become filled with opinions, theories, and debates about the case. At its core, this situation is about trust, relationships, and the search for truth. While many questions remain unanswered, The legal process will determine the facts and provide clarity over time. Until then, the case continues to attract attention because it involves powerful emotions, complicated relationships, and the challenges that come when private struggles become public. As the legal process moves forward, many questions remain unanswered. Will the evidence reveal the full truth? Will the people involved find justice and closure? Or will this case continue for years, creating more confusion and uncertainty along the way? No matter how the situation ends, one thing is clear: everyone involved has already experienced major changes in their personal lives. A dispute that began privately has grown into a public controversy, and the effects of this situation may continue to be discussed for a long time. Doug Christie's experience highlights how powerful trust can be in relationships and how painful it can become when that trust is questioned. Whether in personal life or professional settings, honesty and openness are important foundations that help people build strong connections. When those foundations are shaken, the emotional impact can be overwhelming. As the case continues, it will likely remain in the public spotlight. It raises larger questions about truth, responsibility, and how people respond when their personal lives become the center of public attention. It also reminds us that even individuals who appear successful and confident from the outside can face difficult challenges behind closed doors. At its core, this story is not only about a lawsuit. It is about relationships, trust, identity, and the search for answers. It is about what happens when serious questions arise and people are forced to confront situations they never expected to face. After everything that has been revealed so far, including the allegations, legal documents, and emotional consequences, it appears that this story is far from finished. What started as private concerns eventually became a major legal battle involving well-known names, complicated relationships, and years of history. Doug Christie, who has long been respected by many for his character and dedication, now finds himself fighting for answers that he believes are important to his life and future. For Doug, the situation appears to be about more than financial compensation. It is about understanding what happened, protecting his reputation, and finding a sense of closure. He has taken legal action because he believes the truth needs to be examined through the proper process. On the other side, Jackie Christie and Chris Webber have rejected the accusations made against them. They have argued that the claims are unfair and inaccurate, maintaining that their side of the story has not been properly represented. Their responses show that this legal dispute is far from simple and that both sides are prepared to defend their positions. As more information becomes part of the legal proceedings, questions continue to surround the evidence, statements, and events connected to the case. Every new detail has the potential to change public opinions, but the final answers will ultimately come from the legal system and the facts presented. There has also been discussion about whether other individuals may have influenced the situation. Some questions have been raised about possible outside involvement, but these details remain uncertain until they are supported by verified evidence. For now, the courtroom remains the place where facts must be separated from rumors and assumptions. While the public may have strong opinions, only a proper legal review can determine what actually happened. Beyond the legal arguments, this is also a deeply personal situation. Doug is dealing with questions that affect his family, his identity, and his understanding of the past. Jackie is facing intense public attention and the pressure that comes with being involved in a widely discussed dispute. Chris Webber, who has mostly stayed out of the public conversation, may also have to deal with how this situation affects his public image. This story ultimately comes down to three powerful ideas: trust, identity, and reputation. Once those things are challenged, rebuilding them can be extremely difficult. The next steps could shape everything that follows. If wrongdoing is proven, there may be additional legal consequences. The case could also influence future discussions about celebrity disputes, family law, and the importance of reliable evidence. However, it is also possible that the matter could end through a settlement or another legal agreement without a dramatic public conclusion. Until the process is complete, many possibilities remain open. Whatever happens next, this case has brought attention to a side of fame that is rarely discussed. Behind success, popularity, and public admiration are real people dealing with complicated emotions and difficult decisions. For Doug Christie, the goal appears to be finding clarity and protecting the truth as he understands it. The outcome of this case will not only affect the people directly involved, but may also influence how similar situations are viewed in the future. As the story continues to develop, many people will be watching closely for answers. The questions remain: what really happened? What will the evidence show? And how will this chapter change the lives of everyone involved? Only time and the legal process will provide those answers. Thank you for watching. If you have followed this story from the beginning, share your thoughts. Do you believe the allegations deserve further investigation, or do you think there is another side that has not been fully heard? Leave your opinion in the comments and stay connected for future updates as this case continues to unfold. This is more than just another headline. It is a story about trust, truth, and the consequences that can come when personal conflicts become public battles. The story is still developing. Shock is at the center of a highly publicized legal dispute involving former NBA player Doug Christie. Doug Christie has always been recognized by many fans for his strong personality, dedication, and commitment to his family. Throughout his basketball career and public life, he built a reputation as someone who valued honesty, loyalty, and responsibility. However, he is now facing a deeply personal situation that has placed his private life